Oh there shit, so today we'll be taming the Yutyrannus. This boy has a lot of utility which makes him a must in boss fights. I'll show you how to tame him, where to find him, and what to feed him. Nice, let's get into it. The Yutyrannus or Yuti can be found in the snow, but he can be found in between the bits of snow on the grasslands where the mammoths spawn. They are usually accompanied by Carnos which they buff. This can be anywhere from 1 to 3. It's best to deal with these first or they will destroy you while you're trying to tame this boy. So the way I tame this boy is have a trap. You can either box them in like you would the Rex or do the trap that I'm doing now. They can actually fit in the gateways, so it's actually quite nice, quite easy. Just bait him in. Don't need a bear trap, just close him in and there you go, he's trapped. You just got to be careful of any Carnos that come in because they'll try and save him and he'll buff them up so they do more damage. I wouldn't recommend trying to move them with a Quetzal because they can fear roar them, and once fear roared you'll have no control and you can potentially fly into wolves' mouths or any sort of predators, so it's best not. The best bet would be try and lure him some way out of the dangerous parts of the snow into a trap, but 90% of the time there's going to be something around, whether it's wolves or anything, because it's just snow and it's dangerous. So it's going to take quite a few tranks to knock this boy out, but you can do it with a prim crossbow, maybe 2 if you need to, depending on the level. And eventually you'll knock him out, and his favourite food is extraordinary kibble. If you do decide to use kibble or raw mutton, you won't actually have to use any narcotics, same with raw prime meat, but obviously if you use any cooked stuff or raw prime fish meat for whatever reason, if you're crazy, you'll have to knock him out. But this boy's torpor drain is really low, so you should have no issues with that, and you should be able to tame him in one go. Nice. Personally, one of the reasons I tame this boy is because of their eggs. Their eggs can be used to make extraordinary kibble, so if you don't have one yet and you want to tame this boy off raw mutton or raw prime meat, that's probably the best for the first ones, but as soon as you get a breeding set of these two, I would recommend setting up a kibble base so you can get some extraordinary kibble on the go to tame the highest dinos like gigas and stuff easily. To unlock the saddle you need to be level 80, so it is relatively late game tame, but you can set it into turret mode if you want some of these in your base and you're not level 80 yet, which will do the same thing, which would fear roar them away. Considering the size of these boys, they are fast. Speaking about roars, moving on to the first one, which is the courage roar, which probably makes this boy the strongest boss fighter in the game in terms of utility. If you bring this boy in with you, his roar, which increases the damage by 25% for every single person affected by the roar, and reduces damage by 20%, which is insane for the alpha bosses. You'll basically need this boy if you want to try and get through it because the utility provides are so key. The fear roar is just as good because it increases damage taken by 50% and reduces damage done by 30%. Certain dinos like gigas cannot be feared, but this can be used as utility in terms of cave-in. You can scare the Palovias out the ground, which makes this guy so good in the ice cave. Plus, due to the high levels, this boy is key because he can scare them away while your mates take pot shots, or if you're on other dinos such as baryonyxes, this can make short work of the boys in the cave, and it's kind of necessary. Smaller dinos such as wolves can be scared in one go, but stuff like polar bear needs 2 roars at least to try and get them to run away. To put this into practice, I'm hitting him for 35 without the fear roar, and as soon as I fear roar him, he's not all the way feared. Sometimes, by the way, this taunts them depending on the dino. It now does 52 damage rather than 35, which means you can knock him out a lot sooner rather than later. Fully fear roaring him doesn't give you any more damage increases, but it will scare him away. So it's always good to have him in a trap, something you want to tame, which is affected by this boy. Nice. If you did find this video useful, feel free to check out my other videos. I've got the Ark Edition tames in case you're curious about learning how to tame those. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Nice.